Hi, and welcome back to Unit 2, Unhappy Birthday. So in the preview, we briefly mentioned Kevin, who did not want to have a birthday thrown at his company because he had some bad memories from his childhood about his parents' divorce and his birthday. But his manager, he told his manager about this, that he didn't want a birthday party thrown, and his manager either forgot or forgot to tell everybody else, and his colleagues ended up throwing him a birthday party. So his birthday rolled around, and all of these people are gathering in a conference room or someplace with cake and a potluck lunch, and he just was not into that. And he got out of the office, he went to his car, and he sat in his car until the party was over. And while his colleagues were kind of awkwardly sitting around eating their potluck lunch without the, guest of honor, the star of the show.
Roll around.
Roll around.
Potluck.
Potluck.
So, it might have been okay. He went back to the office, everything was, I guess, maybe fine, but instead of apologizing, his manager called him into his office and said, "Why did you make all of your other colleagues uncomfortable?" And Kevin had a panic attack there in the office because, he was being blamed for his own previous kind of panic attack.
Panic attack.
Panic attack.
The manager said, "You're behaving violently," and he fired him. And so he got fired after this unfortunate birthday incident. But Kevin did not take this lying down, and he sued his company, and he won his lawsuit, and the judge awarded him $300,000 for emotional distress and $150,000 in lost wages.
Wow.
So, he came out of it pretty good in the end, I guess. But, he lost his job, and it was probably a very traumatic experience for him again. But the company, they have, not learned anything from this. So they are planning to appeal this decision, and they still say that they were the victims in this situation and that he became violent and threatening, and it was a scary situation for them.
Appeal.
Appeal.
I don't know who you believe, but it all could have been prevented if they had just, listened to him in the first place and not had a birthday party.
Right.
It's not a hard ask, I think.
Yeah.
So if you had been Kevin's office manager, what would you have done in this situation, or how would you have handled it?
Will not have fired him.
Okay.
Now I say that, with all this information in retrospect, but I think even it mentions, he even expressed in the lawsuit that he would have, forgiven it, or it would have been okay if they apologized for just, throwing a party. But the fact that, the way they talked to him, and I guess the way the manager spoke, as well as, called him out in front of everybody after the office. And that's what really instigated this panic attack. And people who have panic attacks, you really panic. And, it's like your brain is in overload, and you react very naturally. Your natural, not human instinct, your animal instinct. You either start screaming, you run out, or you get violent.
Fight or flight, kind of.
Exactly. Yeah. And now he didn't get physically violent. They admit that. It was just, they said verbally violent, which seems ridiculous. But apparently, thankfully, the court agreed or sided with him, and he got this compensation.
Right.
But it could have all been avoided if the manager, if I was in that position, would have, recognized our wrong. That, he had told me no party, I made the mistake. I would have owned up to that, I think. What about you?
I completely agree. I think that there were multiple moments in this situation when this could have been either prevented or solved. So, first of all, if somebody tells you they don't want a birthday party, then you tell everybody immediately that, this person doesn't want a birthday party. And respect that.
Right.
Because I think that some people take those kinds of things really lightly if they've never had any kind of like depression or trauma or anything like that. And they say, what's a birthday party? It's a celebration. We enjoy birthday parties. Why doesn't he? But it's something you need to take seriously. You never know what is in somebody's past. So first of all, you prevent the situation by not having the birthday party in the first place. But then, okay, he forgot.
Admit the fault or apologize.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if he needed to get out of the office and sit in his car, which is a perfectly reasonable response. It's not like he got violent or aggressive at the party itself.
Right, absolutely.
Then you say, sorry, my bad. We shouldn't have done this. Come back. We won't do it again.
You're right.
And everything, again, like Kevin said, everything would have been solved and fine there. So I think that, they, at multiple stages, they responded in exactly the wrong way.
Right.
And so, some people might think this is a frivolous lawsuit and, or maybe $300,000 or, the total $450,000 is a ridiculous amount for the trauma of a birthday party. But,
Well, just to be clear, it's not it's not the lawsuit because
of the birthday party.
The birthday party.
Right.
It's the firing and the derading and the comments made during or after that birthday party happened, which I totally justified.
Yeah, and I'm sure that there are also, lingering trust issues.
Oh, totally.
If you trust your colleagues to do this and say, don't throw me a birthday party, and they do it anyway, then that can follow into other jobs and other situations.
Right.
So I completely agree. I think it's reasonable. He definitely lost wages. He lost his job. He may have enjoyed his job up until this point. So it was a completely unnecessary situation that could have been prevented. Okay, and hopefully Kevin is doing okay. Rooting for you, Kevin. And that is all for Unit 2 and happy birthday. We'll see you in the next video.